Israel lives under constant danger, and because of that, it has built some of the toughest and most respected Special Forces units on the planet. Each one has its own purpose and skill set, all working toward the same goal: protecting the country no matter what. So let's start with one of the most fascinating units out there. Raphaim, also known as the Ghost, is the Israel Defense Forces' newest high-level Special Forces team. It's a mixed powerhouse comprising soldiers from all branches of the Israeli military, including the Air Force, armored units, intelligence, cyber, communications, and reconnaissance teams. On top of that, they handpick top fighters from elite units like Maglan, Yahalom, and Duvdevan. The idea behind Raphaim is simple: create a unit that can operate on its own without waiting for outside support. They're trained to find, track, and eliminate targets using a combination of advanced tech, intelligence, and direct action. By pulling talent from so many branches, the IDF built a fully connected team that speaks the same language, follows one commander, and moves with one mission. Most of what this unit does is still classified, but what we do know is that they've been active since 2020 and have already taken part in several recent operations and conflicts. Raphaim isn't just preparing for future warfare, many believe they are the future of how the IDF fights. Duvdevan, also known as Unit 217, is one of the Israel Defense Forces' most famous counter-terror units. These soldiers are specialists in undercover missions inside crowded cities, where blending in can mean the difference between life and death. They often dress like local civilians, sometimes even in Arab street clothes, so they can slip into hostile areas without being noticed. Their job is to break into terror networks from the inside and stop attacks before they happen. The unit handles some of the most dangerous missions in the country, including capturing high-value targets, preventing plots, pulling off covert raids, and even carrying out secret strikes that the public never hears about. When they're not hunting down wanted suspects or gathering information on enemy troops, Duvdevan operators stay on constant standby. At any moment, they can be called in, geared up, and moving toward a mission within minutes. Unit 669 is the elite search and rescue force, and they're the team you call when everything has gone wrong. Their main job is to fly into dangerous areas, pull out wounded soldiers or civilians, and give life-saving medical care right on the spot. These rescues can happen anywhere, deep in enemy territory, in remote fields, or in the middle of an active battle. So the unit trains for every possible situation. Operators learn skills like fast roping from helicopters, rappelling onto rough terrain, scuba diving, and even close quarters combat. That's because sometimes they have to fight their way in, treat the injured, and then fight their way back out. On top of being top-tier fighters, they're also some of the most advanced combat medics in the military. What really sets Unit 669 apart is their ability to stay calm when everything is falling apart. These soldiers make life or death decisions under extreme pressure, and their mission is simple but vital: bring people home, no matter where they are or what it takes. Shuldog, also known as Unit 5101, is one of the Israeli Air Force's most elite Special Forces units. Most of what they do is kept completely secret, but the little we do know shows how skilled and important they are. Shuldog teams can slip into enemy territory without being detected, gather critical intelligence, and set up makeshift airfields or landing zones in places no one else could reach. Their main job is to help the Air Force hit its targets with exact precision. Operators speak the Air Force's technical language, guide fighter jets and helicopters, and send pinpoint coordinates from the ground straight to the pilots. When they're not out on classified missions, the unit studies Israeli enemies, learns their patterns, and prepares for whatever the next conflict might bring. Shuldog is the kind of unit you rarely hear about, but they're always working in the shadows, shaping missions long before anyone knows they even happened. Shayetet 13, also known as Flotilla 13, is Israel's top naval commando force. Think of them as the Navy's quiet professionals, working in the sea, on land, and even from the air, taking on missions most people will never hear about. They're often compared to the US Navy SEALs and the UK's Special Boat Service, and for good reason. Their training and operations are among the toughest in the world. Because of how sensitive their work is, almost everything about their missions and operators is kept secret. What is known is that Shayetet 13 handles some of the most dangerous jobs, striking enemy ships, sabotaging maritime equipment, gathering detailed intelligence, and hitting targets along enemy coastlines. They're experts at sneaking in from the sea, stopping terror attacks, rescuing hostages, and boarding vessels that pose a threat. Shayetet 13 is the unit that steps in when the mission is too risky, too complex, or too important for anyone else. Sayeret Matkal, also known as Unit 269, is widely regarded as one of the most elite special operations units on the planet. They operate in the shadows, and almost everything about them remains locked behind layers of top-level security. Even inside Israel's own defense community, only a few people know the full extent of what this unit does. What is known is that Sayeret Matkal specializes in deep reconnaissance missions from far behind enemy lines, gathering high-value strategic intelligence that Israel cannot obtain any other way. They act independently from the regular IDF chain of command and take their orders directly from the general staff, placing them at the very center of Israel's intelligence and special operations network. Today, Sayeret Matkal is believed to be executing high-risk, covert missions in hostile territories, carrying out operations that never reach the news, but play a critical role in protecting Israel and its citizens. Yahalom is Israel's top counter-terrorism unit, and it's part of the civilian Israel Border Police. Even though they're technically under a civilian organization, Yahalom is the go-to force for hostage rescues and offensive raids inside Israel. When it comes to close quarters combat, there are very few units anywhere in the world with their level of skill and experience. These operators are always on the front lines, often working through the night to hunt down some of the most dangerous terrorists targeting Israeli civilians. Yahalom isn't just Israel's #1 counter-terror unit. They're widely considered to be the best counter-terror team in the world, trusted to handle the most high-stakes situations with precision and speed. Yahalom, or Unit 601, is the IDF's elite special engineering force. This unit takes on some of the toughest and most dangerous missions in the Israeli military. Yahalom operators are experts in explosives, responsible for disarming bombs, clearing mines, and handling improvised explosive devices. They also specialize in sabotage, destroying enemy infrastructure and breaking barriers to allow Israeli forces to move safely. Their training is grueling, combining combat skills with advanced engineering and demolition knowledge, making them capable of operating in extreme and high-risk environments. Beyond their technical expertise, Yahalom operators are known for making quick, life-saving decisions under intense pressure, often behind enemy lines. Whenever there's a mission that requires precision, courage, and engineering mastery, Yahalom is the unit that steps in to get it done. Ukits, also known as Unit 33, is the IDF's elite K9 Special Forces unit. This unit is famous for its partnership between highly trained soldiers and their specially trained dogs. Ukits dogs are experts in detecting explosives, tracking enemies, and finding hidden weapons, making them crucial for counter-terrorism operations. They also assist in search and rescue missions, saving lives during emergencies or disasters. Each dog is paired with a handler, forming a bond built on trust, communication, and intense training that allows them to work together under extreme conditions. Oket's dogs are trained to operate in urban combat, open terrain, and even inside buildings, often detecting threats that humans cannot. The unit has a reputation for fearlessness and precision, with both dogs and handlers ready to face danger head-on to protect soldiers and civilians alike. Beyond their operational missions, Oket's represents the incredible teamwork between humans and animals in modern warfare, turning loyalty and skill into one of Israel's most unique and effective Special Forces tools. IGOS, or Unit 621, is the IDF's elite anti-guerrilla warfare unit. This unit specializes in hunting and neutralizing guerrilla fighters and insurgent threats in some of the toughest terrains Israel faces, from the rugged mountains of Lebanon to the complex battlefields of Syria. IGOS soldiers are trained to move silently through forests, hills, and rocky landscapes, using stealth, reconnaissance, and tactical precision to carry out direct action missions. They're experts in ambushes, intelligence gathering, and counterinsurgency operations, often operating in small, highly mobile teams behind enemy lines. Beyond combat, IGOS focuses on survival, navigation, and adapting to unpredictable environments, making them one of the most versatile units in the IDF. Known for their resilience, courage, and ability to strike swiftly, IGOS plays a critical role in keeping Israel safe from guerrilla and asymmetric threats, showing just how specialized and elite modern warfare has become. Maglan, or Unit 212, is one of Israel's most advanced and secretive commando units. This elite force is built around cutting-edge technology and precision strike capability. Their specialty is simple but deadly, slipping deep into enemy territory, finding high-value targets, and destroying them before the enemy even realizes what happened. Maglan operators are trained to use specialized anti-tank weapons, advanced targeting systems, and unique gear that isn't even shown to most of the IDF. They can navigate hostile terrain alone or in small teams, gathering intel, marking targets, and striking with extreme accuracy. Many of their missions are still classified, but what is known is that Maglan has been involved in taking out enemy infrastructure, long-range rockets, hidden bunkers, and armored threats far beyond enemy lines. Their operators are known for their creativity, independence, and ability to adapt in real time, qualities that make Maglan one of the IDF's most dangerous and effective units. When Israel needs a surgical strike with zero room for error, Maglan is usually the team stepping into the shadows.